Hi, this is Pastor Jeff, and I just wanted to say welcome to 21 days of prayer and fasting. This is day one. And so, yesterday we had our first message on Sunday about fasting and the power of surrender and surrendering to God, surrendering to His ways, and understanding that there's blessing in that. There's as you surrender to God, His power is enacted in you, and it gives you the ability to push away the things of this world, the sin that might be holding you back from a close relationship with God. And I just wanted to share with you a little devotion this morning, and it's really from our daily Bible reading. I'm going to take Genesis chapter 4. That is Monday, today's Bible reading, and I'm going to just take the first part of it and connect it with why we take these 21 days to fast at right at the beginning of the year, each year. And so let me start here in chapter 4. It says, "Now Abel kept flocks." This is starting at verse 2. Now Abel kept flocks, and Cain worked the soil. This Cain and Abel, born of Adam and Eve, right? First children of Adam and Eve. Now Abe kept flocks, and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruit of the soil as an offering to the Lord, and Abel also brought an offering, the fat portion from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door, and it desires to have you, but you must rule over it." This is so interesting in that many people believe, or many Bible readers believe, that Cain's offering wasn't accepted because it was fruit, or it was vegetables. It wasn't an animal. But it doesn't really say that that's the reason here in Scripture. When you really dig into it, you see that Cain's offering was from the soil. It was the fruit from the soil, and it says that he worked the soil. That's where he gets his livelihood from. That's where he gets his sustenance. And Abel was the one who worked the flocks. But it says in verse 3, "In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord." So as you break that down and look at those words in the original Hebrew, it means that he waited. He waited for the season to be done. He waited to see how much he had, and then gave some of that, a portion of that, to the Lord. Now, he may have even given some of the best. He may have even selected the best, but it wasn't a faith offering. Because when you look at Abel's offering was the firstborn of his flock. So he didn't wait to see which sheeps or lamb or bulls were better, his flock, so it's probably sheep or rams. He didn't wait to see which were the best ones. He took the firstborn and gave it to the Lord, offer it as a sacrifice. And so this is called the first fruits offering. And that's why we do this in January. That's why we take these 3 weeks in January, starting with the first Sunday in January, and then 3 weeks, the first 3 Sundays in January, and we do an offering of prayer and fasting for those 3 weeks in order for God for us to be in good relationship and a good blessed relationship with God for the remainder of the year. Now, look a little deeper into what God said to Cain about his offering. He says, "If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door." So he's telling him that, if you do the right thing, I'm right here. I'm right here to welcome you. All you have to do is you understand what I require, what I'm asking of you. And all you have to do is do the right thing. And I'm right here with open arms. He says, but if you don't do the right thing, he didn't say, I'm going to push you away. He's going to say, I'm not in a relationship with you anymore. He doesn't say that, but he says, sin is crouching at your door. He says, if you don't do the right thing, then sin is working its way in slowly into your life, and it's going to steer you away from God. It says it desires to have you, but you must rule over it. And that is really what's going on in all of our lives, is that sin is desiring to rule over us. Sin is desiring to take control in our life and make our flesh be the governing factor in our life, in the things that we do, in the things that we say, in the places that we go, the decisions that we make. But God gave us his word to show us what pleases him. And primarily what pleases him is to be in relationship with him and to walk by the Spirit. Let the Spirit lead us. Listen to the Spirit that dwells within us as followers of Jesus Christ, and to act and react according to how the Spirit speaks to our heart. So that's all I have for you today. And I just want you to understand what the first fruits is all about, to offer the first fruits of your day. As you wake up in the morning, give the first fruits to God. Listen to his word, read his word, listen to something that teaches about him, pray, talk to him, give the first fruits of your day. Start your day a little different each day for these 21 days and see if that is not something that you want to continue on throughout the year. And I will just tell you that when you give the first to God of your day, of your week, of your year, he's there waiting with open arms, and he wants to walk with you for the rest of that day, for the rest of that week, or for the rest of this year. So, Lifecoast, start your first fruits of this week. Today's Monday, so we met yesterday in the house of the Lord, and in our new home at Belterre Elementary. Just a great day. The place was full. People were excited, and got so many group connection cards back. And I would just instill in you to just give that first fruits over to God each day, and let him receive that, and you'll feel his presence throughout your day. Love you guys. Have a great first day of our 21 days of prayer and fasting.